Hey guys, this is going to be a quick tutorial on resizing, rescaling, so that, especially for mobile devices, it should work with any mobile resolution size. So here I've just set up a basic scene with a background, with a canvas and panel. If I look in the scene, this is what it looks like, which this obviously doesn't look like a mobile device, at least maybe in landscape, but that's not what we want. So if you look right here where it says free aspect, this is where I can choose the resolution inside the editor to display so that I can kind of get a better idea of what I'm doing is going to look like on a specific device. And if I look back in scene view, you can see it looks less landscape-like. Now the ones that I've already made here, here's one for an iPhone and here's one for an Android. There's a bunch of other sizes, but these are good enough to get you started. Just to show you how to make a new one, I could say I could change it to aspect. I'm going to keep it fixed, and I'm just going to pick a random size. And there's my new resolution. I'm going to leave it on Android for now, but that's kind of how it works to switch resolutions. Then something else we need to think about is once you've picked whatever resolution you want to be your default resolution, you need to go to your canvas, all of your canvases, if you have more than one, and you need to change this scaler from a constant pixel size to scale a screen size, and then you want to change this reference resolution to be whichever resolution you're going to be working with. So I'm currently working in 400 by 800, so I want to set it to that so that when I pick a different resolution, it'll use this 400 by 800 as its guide of what I wanted. Okay, so now that those are both set up, I can start. I'm just going to add some random stuff into the scene, into the panel. I'm just going to change the color real quick. Going to move it around somewhere like there. This one blue or something, or green. Let's add some text. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to make it larger. Also, I've seen some of you use overflow with some of the text. I would highly suggest you avoid doing that. So just leave this the way it is, and if you have to, make this bigger so you can fit the text in, and then move it around or resize it that way. I'm just going to put this up here. I'll have another text object. Let's see what else. I'll have a panel inside this panel. It's going to be right about to here. And just going to make it a little darker. And then inside this panel, I'll add, well, first I'll add the component horizontal layout group. I'll add a couple images to it. Maybe I'll center them. That's fine. Okay, so I've got some stuff set up. Now let's look what happens when I change the resolution. So this is what it looks like on my reference resolution. Let's see what happens when I change it. So you can see stuff is moving a lot. It's definitely not where I put it. And you can, especially this panel, you can see that it's resizing a lot based on the screen, and we don't really want that. And to show you an even better example, first let's go back to our reference one. I put something at the top here. Oops, inside the panel. If I put, let me shrink this. So if I put an object right here, let's color it something different. Let's make it yellow. If I put an object right here, and then I change the resolution, you can start to see that it's even blocking some other parts of the text, or it's going off screen, or stuff like that, which we definitely don't want. So how do we fix this? It's actually not too difficult, and one of the tools that I showed you guys last time is another tool that I'm going to use. So I'm going to download it really quick. Okay, here it is. It's called uGUI tools. I'm just going to quickly get rid of this. uGUI tools, this needs to go into the folder editor. So you have to create an editor folder. And then you need to drag this into there. And now I have access to this uGUI thing at the top here. And we're going to be using that a lot. So I'm just going to go through each one of these objects and just click anchors to corners. Now something to note, these inner objects, these three images, they are a part of a layout group, and so you don't need to anchor them to a corner because they are already anchored from the layout group. So anything that presets these anchors, like a layout group, they don't need to be anchored to corner because they already have some preset anchors. So I've anchored everything now. So if I go back to the resizing, stuff starts to stretch a little, but you'll notice that it's never actually overlapping. It's pretty close to what it was. It's definitely much more acceptable than the other possibility where things are going off screen or overlapping. So this is kind of how you want to develop. It's very simple. Just anchors to corners, pretty much everything. And just remember, even a panel like this that doesn't actually do anything by itself, but it's holding things, needs to be anchored so that the things inside of it are resized correctly. So that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any more questions. But that's all you need to do for resizing.